Jonah did not sleep that day. He could not. Something had awakened beneath the silence he had worn for years. Not noise, but meaning. By evening, he had shaped not just the one piece of wood, but three. They were simple. A cross, a small bird with wings slightly curved, and a box no bigger than a loaf of bread. He didn't know why he chose those things. They simply came to him. As if someone guided his hands, he set them on the windowsill. Let the candlelight bless them. And the rain still came, but now it felt different, less like sorrow, more like cleansing. He sat again at his table, sipping warm tea. His fingers ached, but they ached like life, not burden. Then came another knock, this time on the door. He opened it without hesitation. It was the woman from the orchard, Miriam, eyes sunken, arms thin. "I heard the sound," she said, her voice cracking. "I thought maybe I was wrong." Jonah stepped aside. "No, you're right. It's me." She entered slowly, her hand brushing the doorway like touching a memory. "I buried my son last spring," she whispered, "and every day since I walk. But today I stopped because I heard wood again. I used to hear it when your shop was open." He said nothing, only showed her the cross, the bird, and the box. Her hands reached for the bird. She held it like a newborn and cried. "I don't know why," she said, "but this feels like him." Jonah nodded. "I think it is." They didn't talk more. There was no need. Some grief is spoken, some is carved. She left the bird on the table. "Keep it here," she said. "Let it fly for others." And she was gone. Jonah sat for a long while. When he finally looked toward the fire, he was there again. Jesus, not radiant, not glowing, just present, as though he'd never left, his hands resting gently on his knees. The same hands that had once carved yokes for oxen, the same hands that broke bread and washed feet. Jonah watched him, and this time he spoke. "I lost my faith." Jesus looked at the cross on the sill. "No," he said gently, "you buried it." Jonah's lips trembled. "I was afraid to feel again." Jesus smiled. "To feel is to live, and to live is to love, and to love is to risk." He stood. "Carve what is broken, Jonah. Make space for the world to be held again." And just like that, he was gone. But Jonah now understood. He no longer needed to be whole to be used. He simply had to be willing. So he carved. Each day, for children who had no fathers, for mothers who lost sons, for strangers who forgot their names. And in each shape, bird, tree, cradle, cross, there was healing. Not flashy, but real. And one evening, many months later, when the rain had stopped and the sky cracked open like a long-awaited promise, a child stood at Jonah's window again. Not the same child, but he held something in his hand, a feather, from a bird Jonah had once carved. The child whispered, "It helped my mother sleep again." Jonah took the feather, tucked it into his heart, and looked up. In the fading light of day, on the hill beyond the trees, stood a figure, arms open, face soft, scarred hands glowing in the last breath of sunlight. Jonah smiled and kept carving, because sometimes when you pick up what was once broken, heaven picks up you.